beat the visiting Nets, and the James gang just 2 games behind the Bucks for the NBA's best record. Final seconds, 30 seconds in the half, and I mean, look at LeBron James on the ground right there. Kyle Kuzma will finish, but I mean, you think James, I mean, that's setting an example. By the way, Stan, you got to check out Quinn Cook's Active Dreamers Kobe hoodie.
Yep.
You got to Google it. It's pretty cool, man.
Saw his mom, Janet Cook, at Howard over the weekend. She's a bison.
You see James going on the ground like there, and that'll fire you up going into the half. Lakers are up 2, but it's the Nets who are fired up because Spencer Dinwiddie has cut the deficit to 1, and then the next possession, Alex Caruso with a very un-Malarkey-like turnover, and Karis LeVert open for the easy dunk. Joe Harris finds him. Nets up 7 after 3, but here come the Lakers, down 3. Anthony Davis ties it up at 102. Ensuing Nets possession. We're under a minute to play. Dinwiddie, 30 seconds. Stop and pop the jumper. Dinwiddie's 16th go-ahead bucket in the final minute of the fourth quarter overtime over the last 3 seasons. That's 6 more than any other player, so he's clutch. And our research, it's better than yours. Ensuing Lakers possession, James drives, and the layup won't go in. I mean, James was 12 of 22, 29 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists. He had a solid night. You saw him on the ground saving that ball before the first half, but man, he will make that 99 times out of 100. The ball stays out. Ensuing inbounds, James drives, and he's kicking it out to Anthony Davis. 3 collapse. Davis wide open. Lakers go for the win. As you see James drive, remember he's 1 of 5 on free throws on the night. So he's not in a groove there, but still, that is, I mean, Davis is wide open. Kevin Durant, that's going in. Oh, look at him. Oh, man, that's going in. No, it's not. It didn't go in. Nets win. James afterwards on that final possession.
I had an opportunity to, break down the defense and either look for my shot or, find a teammate. And, I mean, we had a great look, a great opportunity to win the game, and, we just missed it.
For both of you guys, not to suggest you guys missed us pregame, but was there any conversation in the locker room like, whoa, like they're not in here?
You want the honest truth? Or?
No, we enjoyed it.
Man, they ended with a missed shot, and then they throw a cold shot out there. Nets, 12-point underdogs, largest upset win since January of 26. They beat the Thunder at home. As for the Lakers, it's their second largest upset loss this season.
Clippers trying to bounce back from that loss to the Lakers. Up north, take on the Warriors. Early first quarter. Watch the Clippers move it around. Paul George with a pump fake. Gotcha. Corner 3 is money. And then Kawhi Leonard carried the torch in the second quarter. Shot 9 of 14 from the floor. Mid-range game was working. Then later in the second, George. Step back 3 for 7 from long range for George. And then Leonard, watch this shot. Bounce around, bounce around, bounce around. Not quite like the one last season, but you get the point. George and Leonard each scored 15 points in the first half. Clippers by 28 at the half. And it was pretty much a blowout from there. Clippers up 29 in the third. Leonard working on Kai Bowman and worked him over. 23 points in 25 minutes for Leonard, 15 points in 23 minutes for George, 7 Clippers in double figures, and by the start of the fourth quarter, the starters were chilling. Clippers win at 131-107. They're up a full game on Denver for the 2 spot in the
win tonight. It marked the 5th quickest they've reached 50 in a season in franchise history. For the record, the 4 times they got to 50 quicker, they won the NBA championship all 4 of those years. Our basketball power index gives the Lakers an 84% chance to beat the Nets tonight at Staples Center. ESPN analyst Richard Jefferson is here. All right, here we go. After back-to-back wins over the Bucks and Clippers, the Lakers, and I see the purple and yellow above you there, just 2.5 games back of Milwaukee for the best record in the NBA, Richard. So right now, which team, Bucks or Lakers, is the team to beat in the NBA?
I would say right now, if the postseason were to start today, I would say the Lakers, based off of how well they're playing. Ultimately, you have a couple of more months to keep fine-tuning your game. The Bucks set most of their starters in the next game against the Phoenix Suns, and they have a little bit of a lead. But ultimately, I think the Bucks need to keep their foot on the gas until they have home court sealed. Because if the Lakers do it, it could impact Giannis's MVP's race.
Absolutely. All right, let's focus solely on the Eastern Conference right now because the Celtics face the Pacers in Indianapolis tonight. And the Celtics have lost 4 of their last 5 games. They're kind of a streaky team this season, but several of those 4 losses were pretty dramatic endings. For instance, 10 days ago against the Houston Rockets, Boston had a double-digit lead at halftime, only to be outscored by double digits in the second half. They shot just 33% in the second half and overtime. By the way, they're just 1-3 in overtime games this season. And then, a few nights later, against the Nets, Karis LeVert outscored Boston by himself in the fourth quarter in overtime, 37-36. He outscored the entire team. Celtics allowed 51 points in the fourth quarter, the most the Nets have scored in any quarter in their franchise history. And then there was Sunday. Boston lost after blowing another double-digit halftime lead, this time to the Oklahoma City Thunder. So they've now lost 4 straight home games. That's their longest home losing streak since 2015. The good news, Richard, is that Boston is still 3rd in the Eastern Conference. But how much of a threat do you think they are right now to Milwaukee in the East?
Well, again, we're talking about right now at this moment. The good news is for Boston, you're playing great basketball for about 36 minutes. And you just need to focus on that last 12 minutes, which I think is easily fixable if you're a coach, right? But you have to focus on that little bitty stretch, in my opinion. Right now, at this moment, I wouldn't say they're a great threat. But if they keep fine-tuning their game, if they keep playing and improving and figure out, because they've been having leads and it's been taking some miraculous stuff for them to get to this point, I think they're going to be a very, very competitive matchup with Milwaukee.
This is just going to be a good finish to the season. By the way, starting tonight, Celtics at the Pacers, who are just 3.5 games behind Boston. Always interesting. Richard Jefferson, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, as for the Rockets, they won 10 of their first 12 games featuring their ultra-small lineup. But over the 4-game losing streak, the team has regressed in its three-point shooting while opponents have caught fire. Since debuting this lineup on January 31st, the Rockets ranked 26th in rebounding. Lots of issues in Houston. Mike, Tony, are you out on the Rockets' micro-ball experiment?
Hey there, I'm Stephanie Reddy. Welcome to the warm-up brought to you by Ford. We've got Steve Smith and Brendan Haywood in the building. Thrilled.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
If you guys could see everything that happens when we're off camera.
Yes, indeed.
You would be thrilled as well. There's 9 games in the NBA tonight, 2 on TNT. But first, before we start talking about all the games, we want to get to LeBron James. He's listed as probable now for the game tonight, but he had this to say about how the league is responding to the coronavirus when he spoke to the press earlier. Let's listen.
In regards to just, the whole possibility of games being played without fans?
Well, it's funny because when I was asked the question, would you play without no fans, I had no idea that it was actually a conversation going on behind closed doors about the particular virus. Obviously, I would be very disappointed, not having the fans, because that's what I play for. I play for my family, I play for my fans. They're saying no one could actually come to the game if they decide to go to that point, so I'd be disappointed in that. But at the same time, you gotta listen to the people that's keeping the track on what's going on, and if they feel like it's best for the safety of the players, the safety of the franchise, safety of the league, to mandate that, then we all listen to it.
Have you personally changed any of your habits because of all of this stuff?
No.
Does this make you feel safer in what they've done so far?
So much safer. I don't even know. Listen, I have no idea what happened. I miss you guys being right here, like right here in my bubble.
Okay, so LeBron James walked back his previous statement. His explanation was very solid. He said that he wasn't aware even that the conversations were taking place. Just personally speaking, I've been in those press scrums. That looks a lot more accommodating to me, so I'm not at all upset about it. I would love to hear what you guys think as former players.
I think precaution and obviously common sense, and obviously the NBA and all these leagues are doing the right thing. Let's just understand what's going on right now, and let's take the necessary precaution to keep everybody safe, fans included, obviously media and everybody. So I think it's the right thing to do, and I do think from a standpoint of optics, it looks better. It's a cleaner shot.
Yeah.
We get a chance to hear without everybody fighting over everybody. So maybe we should keep this going even after this thing is settled.
I'm on board with Smitty. I agree. I think that it is a cleaner shot. It looks a lot better than everybody out there fighting for positioning and fighting to ask the questions. And then from a safety standpoint, I think the league is doing the right thing. thing by making sure you take every precaution until we find out everything about the coronavirus and what's going on with it. Let's just be safe.
Absolutely. Okay, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. It's kind of fluid.